And the most important player on the pitch, arguably the goal scorer, Stacey Michelsen. Congratulations. You must be so pleased with that result.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really nice for us to get a win. Obviously, we didn't have a good start to the tournament, so it's fantastic to get some points on the board.
Yeah, and a fantastic start. We barely sat down when you'd scored a goal.
Yeah, I think we started really well, which was pleasing. Obviously, it would have been nice to hold that through towards the end of the game, but I think it was a well-fought win from us to hold out in the end.
Do you want to talk us through the goal? Come on, we'll show it to you. And stop, look at the big smile on her face. So
yeah, I think the good thing was that we just had some really good leading off the ball, which created a lot of space for us girls carrying the ball forward, which was probably something that we didn't do the other day.
What a lovely finish.
Amazing finish. I mean, you've evaded 4-5 defenders there and cool and calm and collected to put it past Maddie Hinch as well. So, I mean, that must be one of your better ones.
Yeah, I think obviously, yeah, it was just the good leading off the ball which created the space for me to be able to break through the middle. So I think, yeah, it was definitely good leading from the girls to open up that space, and I just could continue on through.
I think the commentator got fed up saying your name in the first half. You dominated everything. When anything about the Black Sticks were doing well, you were centre of it.
Yeah, I think obviously a big part of our game is starting from the back. We do try and incorporate our wing halves into our attack, which makes it, yeah, a really exciting game for our back four. I think, yeah, the pleasing thing was we had a lot better spacing up front today. We had our strikers and midfielders creating that space, which is probably what we lacked the other day.
And do you think that's what helped? I mean, in the first half, you guys were being able to run 40, 30 yards, you know, free with the ball into the circle and create some damage. Is that what you think it was, the leading off the ball, or was there something else as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously we've got a few ball carriers through our wing halves and through our midfield, and so if we can get our forwards creating that space for us to able to break through, I think that really helps our game plan.
Nice.
I asked this to one of the Argentinian girls earlier, but how far off being firing on all cylinders are you for Rio?
Yeah, obviously after the first couple of games we were feeling a little bit disappointed and probably a bit deflated given that Rio is so close, but I think the important thing for us is realising that, yeah, we still have a good few games against the top teams in the world at this tournament for us to build, and I think we definitely will be ready once we get there, but we're certainly not there yet.
Yeah, how much have you got in reserve? Because all the GB fans are going, oh no, they've got more in reserve?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously today was a little bit of a better performance from us, but as you can see, we're not consistent through the game. So I think for us, it's probably just trying to build on that consistency. And yeah, obviously we can't afford to be dropping games early on in the tournament like we have here.
Yeah, did you get a sense of the crowd going very flat? Because there were huge expectation, then of course you scored in the first minute, then they got more and more frustrated. I just wonder what it's like for you to come here with the hosts. Did you sense that the crowd was suddenly gone quiet?
To be completely honest, I didn't really notice them going quiet. You can certainly hear them, and we talked about that before the game, not getting too distracted because we knew that there would be a really good home crowd. We've played in front of a strong GB home crowd before, unfortunately, and it is tough to play against. I think for us it was just about not focusing on that and trying to focus on, our structures out there.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about the attack, and we should show you that some of the GB chances. The defence stood strong, the goalkeeper stood strong. There were some brilliant individual efforts. I think this is one of GB's better chances. A great, well-worked move, but just wide.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it was definitely a stressful game for us defenders at the back. We did manage to hold them out, but we probably can't afford to give them that many circle penetrations because on another day they might be putting a few more away. But yeah, absolutely, our goalkeeper Sally Rutherford certainly had a good day.
I think it's credit to you guys that we've had to try and use an option that we haven't seen that many times GB using, that they've had to try and go to their locker to try and find something to get past you. So that's credit to the way you guys have played today, that they've really tried to find a way around you, and it didn't kind of come off today, but you've now seen that corner and you've got some good footage in the bank.
Yeah, it's always good to have the footage going into Rio.
Yeah, have you got a few secrets? Do you keep a lot behind for Rio?
Yeah, I think everyone does, don't they?
That smile says it all, doesn't it? Well, thank you very much. I'm very conscious that you are going to get very cold here, so we really appreciate it. I say get cold, you're probably going to get chucked in an ice bath, right?
Yeah, I will be.
Okay, before you get colder, let's